students. So today we shall continue about the another problem, that is the status of women. So already in last class you studied about what are the problems regarding status of women. So in many families, as said, due to patriarchal families, the females are given less importance. So here the government is trying to solve this problem, that is status of women. So by stopping this problem, what will happen? The woman, she also can be independent, she can achieve whatever she wants, and economically she will not depend upon their family members or anything. Economically she will be independent. So here our government has taken many measures like the Dowry Prohibition Act. It has curbed or completely stopped child marriage. So here not only it has done this all, but also it has started self-help groups to help the women so that financially she can be independent. So what is self-help groups? You shall study in other lessons. In sociology you will study about detail about self-help groups. So now I will tell you only about in brief I will tell you self-help groups is a group where 10 to 15 women they together work means like something in some other works, like maybe handicraft works or something else. Here the government it provides those women some money in the form of subsidy or loan, so that the women they can start their own household business and financially they can be independent. So the government of Karnataka, it has helped the women to start these self-help groups. So to start these self-help groups, Stree Shakti program was implemented by our Karnataka government. So here various cooperative formations like Stree Shakti self-help groups, associations of self-help groups have been formed. Women's commissions have been established at national and state level to address the various issues of women. So here Women's Commission, it is at national level and also at a state level. This Women's Commission have been started. Why this Women's Commission have been started? Because if women they face any problem, they can go and complain there. Next year attempts are made to provide reservations at state and national legislature bodies. So here at state as well as at national legislature bodies, reservations are being given or provided to the women. Next, women reservations has already been provided at local bodies. So you know already at local bodies, at local elections and all, the women they have already given reservations. So here women reservation is also provided in government recruitments. Recruitments means if any call form is there of any job, there also what happens, a few quota or few seats are being reserved for women. So government it is doing these all things. Why? To help the women to improve the status of women. You might have seen in rural families and all, in many ancient families and all, that the women they eat the food after their male of the house. After they eat food, the females they go and eat. Next, in any decisions, the females' suggestions are not at all included or they are not at all given importance. Only the males they sit and they take some decisions. And that decisions, it is implemented to all the members of the family and each and everyone has to follow. So such things should not happen in the society. So only the government is trying to help the women to improve the status of the women. So it is giving reservations in recruitments in local bodies and other different elections or legislature bodies. So here in India, Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister for a long time. You already know Indira Gandhi, she was a Prime Minister. Being a woman, she became the Prime Minister. M.S. Pratibha Patil was the President of India. Many women have performed various roles as ambassadors, governors, ministers, chief ministers and many others have influential positions and have performed well. The success of these women has been inspirational for many women. So see, women they are not less than men. They can compete with men in all the fields. So here they have given example of Prime Minister, President, ambassadors, governors, ministers and all. So when she is capable of doing all the things which the men can do in the different field, working in different fields of the society. Next, the another problem is about terrorism. So terrorism, regarding the exams, this is also important. So terrorism can be called as extremism. This is a method putting pressure on a government. Terrorism based on political ideologies, religious faiths and ideological beliefs creates a lot of loss for the individuals as well as the communities. So see here, terrorism is a extremism. Extremism is what? Doing violent things. Violent things means beating, killing, everything illegally. That is only called as terrorism. Understood? Making a normal situation into a panic thing, creating fearfulness, creating frightenedness among the people. Understood? That is only known as terrorism. Illegally doing violent things. It might be due to religious ideologies or political ideologies. Anything it might be. So see here, moreover terrorism creates psychological pain. Sorry, please. A psychological pain and influences the cultural aspects negatively. So see here, it creates psychological pain. Psychological means psychologically, mentally the person he gets harassed. He feels depressed. So creating such things. Terrorism is nothing but fulfilling its narrow end by creating panic and violence. It feeds on fear of the people. So the common places where more people are there it creates fear among the people. You might have known many terrorist activities have gone on. For example, in Mumbai, Taj Hotel, the terrorists, what they did? They blasted. Bomb blast was done there. Due to that, what happens? Now also the people fear to go to that hotel or to go to its surrounding places. Why? Because this terrorism, they target such areas only, public areas where more people are there. Their main intention only is this, to create a fear or make such panic situations. These are organized crimes perpetrated by organized group of people. Such activities are called anti-national and anti-social acts. So see, such all things, creating panic among the people, fear among the people. So where there are public places, doing bomb blasting among them, kidnapping, doing these are what happens? These all are anti-social acts. So see here, bombing of World Trade Center USA, bomb attacks on Bali of Indonesia, bombing various cities of France, Britain and other countries are the reasons for worries at international level. So see here, terrorism, it has not only taken place in India but also throughout the world in many countries. Has its effects. So here they have given few examples. The terrorism is based on extreme religious sentiments, separatism, racialism or leftist ideals. So here terrorism, it is based on, the main thing on which it is based, it is a religious beliefs or separatism, racialism or leftist ideologies. If whatever they want, they don't get that, they don't achieve that, at that time what will happen? They make their own group and they try to target such all public places to create fear among the people. Often the country funds and supports terrorism in another country. Terrorism targets civilians of the country, military bases and also targets specific communities with specific language. Religions, race and skin color to create maximum terror among them. So see, terrorism, what it does? The terrorists they are in some country they live, but they are supported by different country people. Why? Because this country, if two countries are there, enemy countries are there, at that time one country supports the terrorism to live in the other country. So here see, it might be due to anything, and it targets civilians, that is common people, country, military base and all. So this terrorism, why it starts? Because of some specific language, due to some religion, regionalism and all. It aims at creating more fear by killing people. They use explosives, deadly gases to attain their goal. So here, they make use of these all things to kill the people. Deadly gases, it might be killing of the people directly by gun, it might be and all. The killing done by terrorists are pre-planned. They work with their own network of intelligence. They employ modern day gadgets and means of transportation. So see, terrorism, terrorists make use of modern gadgets and they work by an intelligence network. They target busy areas like airports, railway stations, markets and other areas to attack. They seek to spread their goals along with their violence. They also use tactics like suicide, bombing, kidnapping innocent people to attain their targeted aim. So see, they do these all things, kidnapping of the people, they self-suicide, understood, and bombing and all. Why? To attain their own aims. India is one of the country in the world that has been the target of terrorism for many years. So in India, these terrorism activities or acts of these terrorists are going on since many years. Terrorism is and was there in states like Nagaland, Manipur, Kashmir, Punjab and other places. So these are the states where these terrorism acts are frequently going on. There was attack on Taj Hotel in Mumbai on November 26, 2007. So this attack on Taj Hotel, it took place in Mumbai, that is on November 26, 2007, but still we remember that. Why? Because it was such a horrible thing. Similarly, the Parliament House had also been the target of terrorism. Terrorists have targeted places like Hyderabad, Chennai, Bengaluru, Bodh Gaya and other places to create panic. So these all places the terrorists have been attacked. Our neighboring countries like Pakistan and China are accused of supporting and aiding terrorism in our country. So see, our neighboring countries, that is China and Pakistan, many a times we have accused those countries. Our government has accused those countries. Why? Because it supports terrorism. The activities or the acts of terrorists in our country, they go on by the support of these two countries. India has always criticized terrorism in other countries also. So here India, it wants to stop this terrorism. So it is against terrorism. It doesn't want to stop terrorism only in India but also in other countries. Our central and state governments have taken utmost care to stop terrorism. So here our state government and central government both have taken a lot of measures to stop terrorism. They have also strived to protect the property and life of ordinary people. They have even created special allied forces to tackle these terrorists. India has been a peace-loving country and has undertaken many initiatives to stop terrorism. So here, our governments, that is at central level and state level, both are working hard to protect the life of the common innocent people. They also wants to stop this terrorism, so they are undertaking many activities. So India is a peace-loving country. It wants to stop terrorism within India and also throughout the world. So here, a look into history says that very little has been achieved by violent activities like terrorism. So you already know that due to terrorism, they can't achieve whatever they want. They get, after killing the people, after kidnapping the people, after dropping bombs on many countries or many places, they get what they want? They don't get. Instead of that, what will happen? Hatredness and fear among the people will be there. So here the people and the government, they both suffer from these all things. At the same time, history has been made by employing truth, non-violence and love. So here, by truth, non-violence and love, you can achieve more than violence. The killing of people like Gandhiji, Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi did not erase their efforts to achieve progress through peace, whereas actions of Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Muhammad Paigambar, Basava, Gandhi, Nehru, Ambedkar, Martin Luther, Nelson Mandela and others have given new light, new paths and new life to the people all over the world. Peace and love are greater than violence and hate. So see, these all social reformers, they have achieved a lot in the society. That is how? By peace and love, but not by hatred and violence. So this much is about terrorism. So many a times they have asked this question for 2 marks, 3 marks. Write the effects of terrorism or what are the effects of terrorism. Next is corporate strategy. So this corporate strategy, it is not there for your exams. This has been dropped. Understood? You already know few percentage of your syllabus has been removed due to this COVID. So here this corporate strategy, it is not there for exam, but still I will tell you because you should have its knowledge. So what is corporate strategy? So here corporate strategy is nothing but starting any business or various business operations by including many people in that. Understood? If any business is being started in that, if 10-15 members are there, they all 10-15 members, they work more efficiently to develop or to improve their business. That is only known as corporate strategy. So see here, corporate strategies have been the biggest challenge in front of Indian society since the beginning of 21st century. So you might be thinking now how corporate strategy is a problem in India. So here, since the beginning of 21st century or since the 21st century, this corporate strategy has become a big problem to India. Why? Because India cannot compete or face such kind of business. At that time, the industrial growth or industrial produce of India or the industries, it will be lowered. Understood? So see here, a group administrative measure undertaken by a company to achieve a premeditated target is called a corporate strategy. So see here, a group administrative measure means a group is there which administrates. What it administrates? To achieve the premeditated target. Understood? To achieve whatever it wants, to achieve a group of people is there and it administrates that all. That is only known as corporate strategy. So see here, the present day corporate strategies are using globalized environment and modern technologies. The main aim of these strategies are maximizing the profit of the company. So see here, these corporate strategies, what they are doing? They are making use of modern technologies, modern things. Why? To improve their products, to improve their profits. So here see, this affects the people, the society and country negatively. Understood? By this what will happen? Whatever the products are produced in one country, those will be affected. In a very easy language, if I tell you, globalization. Understood? If any one product is there, if it is manufactured in India, you can get anywhere that product in the world. That is only known as globalization. So this, due to this globalization, what happens? the growth of industries of that country will be hampered. Understood? So see here, on the positive side, the same corporate companies can be employed to alleviate social problems like poverty, malnutrition, health, skill training and many other aspects of society through social responsibility, that is CSR program. So see here, this corporate strategy only can be made use positively. How positively? It can alleviate poverty, it can give skill training to many younger generation, and also it can improve the health, malnutrition and all. If the problem of poverty will be solved, automatically malnutrition problem, health problems will be solved. The governments need to mandate such initiatives through appropriate legal measures. So see, legal measures should be taken by the government to solve the problems which are being faced by this corporate strategy. Only with such initiatives the Indian society can channelize the corporate strategies in favor of the society. So here see, our government can take or start such corporate strategies, and whatever its positive effects are there, it can implement and start to alleviate these problems. So this much is about this lesson. So you studied about these all problems. Understood? I hope you have understood. So each and every problem has its reasons and remedies or solutions. So this same I have given you as a project work. In project work 1, you have tried this same one. You have to put the heading, that is the problems of India and their solution, and these all problems whichever are there, which I have already sent it to you. That all in one page you have tried the problem. It's about that problem you have to write 2 to 3 lines. Next you have to write about the reasons. Next its remedies or its solutions. If effects are mentioned in your book, you have to also write effects. So in this way, hardly 8 to 10 pages you have to write, or 7 or 8 pages also you can write. So you have to complete this project work. And here I hope you have understood this lesson. And next I shall start with that is the second lesson in next class. So thank you students.